Donald, Melania is often perceived as a very composed and private person. How would you describe her mood and personality in everyday life? Oh, Melania is incredibly calm and composed both in public and in a private. She's got this inner strength that's really remarkable. People see her as reserved, and that's true to some extent. She's not someone who feels to need to be in the spotlight all the time. But she is also very warm, thoughtful, and has a great sense of humor. She is someone who carefully considers her action and words, and that's reflected how she carries herself. How does Melania's mood influence her decision making, especially in her role as First Lady? Melania's mood is very steady, which is one of the things I admire most about her. She doesn't get easily flustered, and that helps her make clear, thoughtful decisions. Whether she is planning an event, choosing a cause of support, or deciding how to handle a public situation, she approaches everything with a calm and measured mindset. I think that's been one of her biggest strengths as First Lady, her ability to stay focused and composed no matter what's going on around her. How does she manage stress, especially these demands of being in the public eye? Oh, Melania has a very balanced approach to life. She understands the importance of taking time for herself and our family, which helps her stay grounded. She is not someone who gets overwhelmed easily. She knows how to prioritize and focus on what really matters. She is also very disciplined, whether it's her daily routine, her diet, or her approach to work. All of that helps her manage stress effectively. She's always been very good at maintaining her own pace of mind, and that's something I deeply respect. You mentioned your sense of humor. Can you share how it plays out in your relationship? Melania has a great, sometimes subtle sense of humor. She is very witty and often makes me laugh with her observations. It's one of those things that people don't always see because she is so composed in public. But she is very funny, and that humor is a big part of our relationship. It helps us stay connected and keeps things light, even when we are dealing with serious matters. How does her mood affect the way she interacts with your family, especially your son, Baron? Oh, Melania is an amazing mother. Her mood around Baron is always very nurturing and protective. She is deeply involved in his life, ensuring he is growing up with the right values and education. She is always calm and patient with him, even in the face of challenges. Her steady mood provides a sense of stability for Baron, which is incredibly important given all the attention our family gets. She is very focused on making sure he has a normal, balanced life despite everything going on around us. How does Melania's mood change when she is preparing for public events versus private moments? When Melania is preparing for a public event, she is very focused and serious. She puts a lot of thoughts into how she presents herself because she understands the impact her actions have. But in private moments, she is much more relaxed. She enjoys spending time at home, whether it's this barren reading or just enjoying some quiet time. She is able to switch from being the first lady to just being Melania, which is something I think it's really important for her well-being. Has her mood ever been affected by the pressures of being First Lady? Of course, there are moments when the pressures of the role weigh on her, just like anyone in a high profile position. But Melania is incredibly resilient. She doesn't let external pressures dictate her mood or how she feels about herself. She stays true to who she is regardless of what's happening around her. That resilience has been key to handling the criticism and challenges that come with being First Lady. How do you support each other when one of you is feeling down or stressed? Oh, we are very supportive of each other. When Melania is feeling down, I try to be there for her, just as she is for me. Sometimes it's just about giving each other space to process things, and other times it's about talking things through. We've always been a team, and that hasn't changed even with the pressures of public life. We both know how important it is to support each other, especially during tough times. What do you think people misunderstand about Melania's mood or personality? I think people sometimes misunderstand her reserve for coldness, but that couldn't be farther from the truth. Melania is incredibly caring and thoughtful. She is just not someone who feels the need to be overly expressive in public. She is very private, and that's something I admire about her. She is strong and doesn't let outside opinions define her. I think if people knew her the way I do, they'd see how warm and kind she really is. And finally, question: how would you describe Melania's overall approach to life? Melania's approach to life is very balanced. She values her family, her privacy, and her role as First Lady, and she managed to juggle all of that with grace. She is someone who believes in staying true to herself no matter what. Her mood and personality are a big part of that. They're steady, thoughtful, and incredibly strong. That's what makes her who she is, and I could be more proud of her. Okay, guys, that's it. This is Imagine interview offers insight into how Donald Trump might describe Melania's mood and personality, highlighting her strength, resilience, and the impact of her temperament on her role as First Lady.